Hey there everyone, this is Tammy Walker, owner of thewalkerrescues.com, and I thought I'd make a quick video today showing you how to apply a vinyl decal. We do sell some on our store, so it's very important to me to make sure that my customers who might not live in the area where I can apply it for them, I still want you to have the same quality as if I did. So I'm going to be using this vinyl decal today. My machine had a little oopsie and cut the edges a little bit jagged, so I'm going to use this as my example, and I'm going to show you the process of applying it to a car, but this same process will work no matter where you're putting it. So first thing you're going to need is your vinyl decal and then painter's tape of some sort. I prefer to use frog tape for no particular reason. I just started using it. I liked the way it worked, and so I've been buying that since. Let's see, something very quick to remember is you never want to try to just peel the vinyl right off of the backing. Reasoning is that vinyl is very thin, and if you try to pull it up like that, you could very well stretch the vinyl, and trying to lay it down flat against the surface, you're going to have some trouble with that, and you might end up with some air bubbles underneath your project. So I'm going to show you the most foolproof way to do it and apply it so that it looks nice and professional. You're going to want to take that painter's tape, try to measure the full width of your project. Make sure it's laid down flat. And you're going to press that painter's tape all the way across. Be sure to try to smooth out so that you won't get any air bubbles underneath your project. Take another piece, measure across. And you want it to overlap that first piece. You want it to overlap probably maybe slightly less than ½ an inch. Just because if you do any less, it can sometimes create air bubbles in the creases. So I like to do a little bit of overlap there, just to be safe. Better safe than sorry, right? Painter's tape is super cheap. It's not going to break the bank to add a little extra overlap. Oh, and another thing to bring up is if you have a piece like this where really the decal only spans, this area, you don't have to continue covering this area. You can just do the part where the decal actually is. So for here, let's end it about right there. And that's less material to deal with when we get out there to the car. And it looks like we're almost done here. Last bit of tape. All right. So now when we go out to the car, you're going to want to start with the first end that you taped down. Because when you peel it up, the next piece of tape will come with it. Now the important thing to remember is as you're peeling it up, you just want to make sure that the vinyl is coming with it. If it's not, it's no big deal. Just as you're peeling up the tape, look underneath where the vinyl is, encourage the edge up a little bit, press down with the tape again, pull it back up, and it should come with your tape. So as you can see, as I continue to peel, it is coming up with my tape. So I'm going to go ahead, you guys go ahead and peel off your entire design, but wait till you get to the area where you're applying it, which is what I'm going to go do now. I'm going to walk out to my car, I'll peel off the design, and then I'll show you guys how to apply it. All right, so we've made our way out to the car, and I'm going to try to do my best to capture how to apply this detail. First of all, I'm going to be using some Sprayway glass cleaner. You can use any glass cleaner. This just happens to be my favorite and the one that I have on hand. We're going to make sure that we wash the window really good and make sure that it's free of any dirt, debris, dust, pollen, anything that gets on cars. Make sure we have a nice clean surface to work with. Once you've cleaned it off, I usually recommend getting another clean cloth and wiping it down once more to make sure that it's nice and dry, but I think I've got it pretty dry there. All right, so now I'm grabbing my decal. Let's see. I'm going to peel her off of the background here. Be sure not to let your design roll up and get stuck to itself. Now that we have our whole piece applied to the background, go ahead and press it on your window where you want it. It usually helps to start at the center and work your way out to prevent those air bubbles that I've mentioned so many times. And then spread it out from the center to the outside edges. And then we can slowly start pulling off our tape. Let's see how this turned out. Ta-da! And I don't think I've got any air bubbles. Maybe right here. So if you do have any air bubbles, you're going to want to try to encourage them out by just sliding your fingers over the vinyl and pushing them out towards the edges. If you can't get them out that way, the next thing you're going to want to try is maybe getting a scraper or a credit card and sliding it along your vinyl, trying to encourage them to the edges. And last but not least, if you cannot remove those air bubbles and you have a tiny little one like what I have here, and it's just annoying the heck out of you, you can take a little pin, like the tip of a safety pin, and just pop it and then spread it out with your fingers, and it'll get that air out from underneath. I would not recommend trying to do anything like that until you've let your decal set for a few days. Sometimes the heat from the windows or from being outdoors will help the air bubbles settle out naturally. So give it a chance to do its magic first. And if you have any further issues or you have any questions, you can always contact me at thewalkerrescues.com. There are plenty of ways to contact me via our contact page, and I would be more than happy to help you. So I hope to see you soon at thewalkerrescues.com, and I hope this tutorial was helpful.